I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications, and please go catch our live shows. We live every Wednesday and Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Live every Sunday morning with the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get it popping. Let's get into our video. And today, couple of fights nobody's talking about, bro. Couple of fights nobody's talking about that I want to bring to your attention, just in case you ain't know, bro. Just in case you didn't know. So, first and foremost, I want to talk about JoJo Diaz versus William Zepeda. Look, this fight got announced. It's going down in November. I'm telling y'all, bro, it's an under-the-radar fight. A lot of people know who JoJo Diaz is. They follow the channel because of him fighting Devin Haney, him fighting Gary Russell Jr. A lot of people might not know who William Zepeda is. If you follow my channel, you know who he is. But, bruh, this is a front-footed, pressure fighter, dominant fight. We got JoJo Diaz, who comes forward, much more methodical in his approach, but he's solid, got a good chin, very durable, been in there with some of the best world champions in multiple weight classes. Gary Russell Jr. down at featherweight. He became champion at 130 pounds, beating Tevin Farmer. Like he didn't beat Tevin Farmer at 130, I believe, or he might have. But anyway, he done fought Tevin Farmer. He done fought Gary Russell Jr. Been in there with Devin Haney. Always goes the distance. Always is competitive. Not winning rounds, but like his competition spirit is high. Like he didn't win many rounds against Devin Haney, but he made Devin Haney work, and Devin Haney had to show how good he is against JoJo Diaz, because JoJo Diaz is just that type of fighter, bro. Like he coming with it. He ain't backing down, and again, durable, good boxing skills, can counter punch. Really put it on Javier Fortuna in his first fight at 135. So JoJo Diaz is a good fighter. Then you got William Zepeda, bro, a tornado, front-footed, dominant, just like JoJo Diaz is. Throws way more punches than JoJo Diaz. Has more punching power than JoJo Diaz. He has very good punching power, but where Zepeda gets you is that work rate, war of attrition, making you fight at his pace. Guys eventually get tired. William Zepeda is a body snatcher. He doesn't stop throwing body punches, wears you down, and kind of beats you up in the war of attrition with good power, to where if you taste his power enough, you get stopped, which is why his knockout percentage is in the 90s. Now, he hasn't looked the best in his last two fights, but Golden Boy is showing they really believe him. Because I'm going to tell y'all what it is. Golden Boy, that's why they were willing to feed JoJo to Devin Haney. They kind of think JoJo is on his last leg. He can't make the weight that he was most successful at, which was 126. He can't make that weight anymore. And they don't believe that he can really be much of anything at 135 pounds. And so William Zepeda is the guy that they're pushing. High knockout ratio, fan-friendly fighter, extremely entertaining to watch. But I'm telling y'all right now, bro, it's going to be a fire fight because JoJo Diaz ain't somebody that's going to back down. He got good skills. If you want to go to war, he'll go to war with you. And he trying to get himself back in the mix, and so he going to come with everything that he got. And William Zepeda, whatever you think of him as a prospect, I used to rank him a lot higher than I do now after his last 2 or 3 performances. I'm kind of backed off on that. Still think he's a great prospect at 135 pounds, but I'm nowhere near as high on him as I was after watching his last couple of fights. You know, that's what you do. You see some fights, you change your mind based on how fighters perform or whatever. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong, and I was wrong to rate him as highly as I do. I still think he's a great offensive fighter. I just think that high work rate and the power that I thought he had, I think we're finding out that as he steps up in competition, maybe the work rate is great because he still keeps up that same work rate, but I don't know about the power. If he stops JoJo Diaz, that'll go a long way to change my mind. And then he has a lot of defensive flaws. William Zepeda's been put down a few times in his career. Can't seem to get out of the way of punches. He really is just one of those fighters where he relies on his offense so much that there's a lot of defensive gaps there. And as he steps up in competition, people will be able to take advantage of him. But William Zepeda versus JoJo Diaz, firefight. One you need to mark on your calendar. One you need to make sure that you watch. I believe it's November 5th. If memory serves me correctly, it's either November 5th or November 6th. It's that first weekend in November that they are fighting, and I'm telling you, it's going to be one of the more entertaining fights of the year. The other fight we want to talk about that just came out, and shout out to the singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network. This is his favorite little fighter, and this is a fight that we all wanted to see, that I'm extremely excited about. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez going up against Juan Francisco Estrada. Estrada versus Chocolatito, part 3. Alright, now Chocolatito won the first fight. They fought a second time. I personally, my opinion, and there are a lot of people that share this opinion, I thought the second fight was competitive, but I felt like Chocolatito won. I done rewatched that fight a few times. I thought it was very competitive. For the first 4 or 5 rounds, I think you could have scored that 3-2 either way. If you, after 5 rounds, if you had Francisco Estrada up 3 rounds to 2, I ain't mad at you. If you had Chocolatito up 3 rounds to 2, I ain't mad at you. But I honestly believe wholeheartedly the last 6 or 7 rounds of that fight, Chocolatito took over, and he should have won a unanimous decision about 8 rounds to 4, maybe 7 rounds to 5. But he definitely should have got the nod in that fight. But Juan Francisco Estrada, being the soldier, being the savage that he is, right? He going in for the rematch. Now, Chocolatito, the only thing I don't like, Chocolatito fought Julio Cesar Martinez in between. I know Estrada, I think he got sick or he got hurt. I really would have liked Josh Franco to get his shot, bro. Because he was made the mandatory, and Juan Francisco decided to drop his belt in order to fight Chocolatito, which, bro, like, there's certain things that, like, I feel like you shouldn't have to do. Like, the WBA, why not just make Chocolatito the mandatory? Or, like, there should be a way where Josh Franco shouldn't have missed out, bro. Maybe he could have been guaranteed the winner. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I just know that I wish this fight, it would have more luster on it if it had the belt involved, bro. Like, I want the belt involved. But this fight good enough. Make no mistake about it. I'm saying all that, but this fight good enough. Juan Francisco Estrada versus Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, must-see TV. Must-see TV. Definitely, I guarantee you this, for however long it lasts, it will be a candidate for Fight of the Year. I don't know how many candidates that they have for these. Like, maybe they choose the top 3 fights and then pick one, or the top 5 fights and pick one. I don't know how the awards and shit go, but I do know this gonna be one of them. This is gonna be one of the ones that they picking from, straight up and down. This is going to be one of the ones that they picking from between Roman Gonzalez and Juan Francisco Estrada. They're going to be picking to see if this is Fight of the Year or maybe 1 or 2 other good fights. But this is definitely going to be in contention. Their styles match up well together. Chocolatito front-footed, dominant, throwing a lot of combinations. One of the more fluid combination fighters, even still to this day. There was a time where he was the most fluid combination fighter, combination punching fighter in boxing. Now you can make the argument for other fighters, but he is still one of the best combination punches that we have in boxing. 4, 5, 6, 7 punch combinations, while also trying to be defensively responsible. He got some holes defensively, but you know, Chocolatito, the angles, the feet on the inside, bro, you know, brilliant to watch, man. Brilliant to watch. Absolute, phenomenally fun fighter to watch. Then you got Juan Francisco Estrada, can do it all. He can mix it up with you on the inside, always in shape. So if you try to, you know, turn the work rate, that's why he match up so well with Chocolatito, because usually when Chocolatito press guys and he pressing on you and throwing all them punches, guys can't keep up. Well, not only can Juan Francisco Estrada keep up, but he can poke and prod, and he's a good counter puncher, so he's good at catching Chocolatito in between shots. And so their styles just go so well together, bro, and make for such a phenomenal fight. So, man, I understand we talk a lot about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford here in the boxing community. I get it, bro. I get it. We just had 2 debates on this channel on that subject because that's what people want to talk about when they hit me up wanting to debate. But, bro, you still got to pay attention to all the boxing. And if you're paying attention, some big, entertaining fights, phenomenal fights are being announced all around us that we need to cover and we need to talk about. So there you have it, bro. 2 underrated fights I want to tell y'all about, bro, just in case you didn't know. or if you knew and you were sleeping on them. If you love boxing, mark that shit in your calendar, man. Diaz versus Zepeda, that shit gonna be lit. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a damn good fight. Then you got Estrada versus Chocolatito Gonzalez. They done already produced 2 great fights. So if the past is any indication, and how these fighters been fighting recently is any indication, you know this third fight about to be lit too. So y'all go check them out. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, please. Hit the like button. Share this video. And live shows again, man. Wednesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Sunday mornings with the singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Time. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace, y'all.